cool down a bit. Okay. I like this saw, friends. Let's go chat about this one. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm already cutting here. I'm having a great day. It's getting warm. It's nice out. No wind today. I want to talk about something today, friends. The mark of a good saw. What's a good ported saw? This can apply to stock saws, but since we do a lot of ported saws on this channel, I get this question a lot. Tin Man, how do I know if my saw is good? Okay, well, if you're the only porter in your area, that's going to be a hard one to know, right? Unless you give it to another fella. Oh, my beard's full. Unless somebody else runs it, you're not going to know. But I'm doing a little tree work today with my ported 266 1983 model. This is one of my favorite saws. I'll probably do some interjections to talk about what I deem to be a really good power saw. So let's get to it. I got 5 or 6 snags, one on top of the other. I'm going to start clearing those today. And I grabbed this saw because this, to me, is a good power saw. Let's get to it. Okay, friends, here's that snag that we did, what, a couple day or two ago. So, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to try and get as much of this out of here as I can. It's a mess. This one here is about 18 inches, and then it knocked over this one. There's another one underneath it. I like this firewood, friends. It's I was burning this stuff last winter, and it took over this big one here. This one was a monster. So I'll see if I can get any of this stuff free. A lot of limbing in here. And then there's this one here. I believe that's an ash tree. You could see the damage in the bark. That one needs to come out. And then we could keep going, friends. Look at this. This is what's happening in my region. These are all blue spruce. They're about 60 feet high, and they're all... These were alive a couple of years ago, but they're all dead now, so... not sure what the deal is with that. And it's funny, friends. You can see it here. Little holes, pinholes everywhere in the bark, so... it is what it is. It's happening all around my area. This property is very close to mine, so I'm not worried about spreading bugs. They're in my area, so it is what it is. Anyhow, friends, this stuff's good. It's ready to be split. It burns nice. It's crackly. Decent BTU, but it doesn't burn for very long, so... But let's see if I can make heads or tails of this. Can't even really pull any of this stuff out because it's so wet in here. I don't want to get stuck. So, well, let's get to it. Always warm up your saws, friends. not in a hurry. This wood's funny. Green, it cuts nice. Dry, like this stuff is, like this stuff you could throw right into the stove, friends. It's kind of hard cutting, sucks the oil up. Good stuff. Let me get whatever I can out of here. Ideally, I'd like to get behind this thing and just buck it, but we'll see. Now friends, I want to talk about 266s, 272s, 630 Johnson Red, 61s. Okay, this chassis is saw. Notice how this thing just sits there and purrs. Now, the number one problem with these, friends, is the clutch wears out, okay? So you need to turn the idle down to keep the chain from spinning. Okay, if you dog it into a log like that and the clutch is grabbing, it'll load up with fuel and it'll stall. So the sure sign you need a clutch is this, okay? Watch this thing idle, friends. Okay. See how it just purrs? Okay, that's the sign of a tight 266. Okay, friends, that's the sign of a tight 266, 630, 272, 61. Okay, 268. Now, the newer saws, the 72 and the 68, have a new style clutch. Those aren't as prone to failure, but you guys get the idea. I build work saws, friends. These things have to do just this. They got to run on their sides. They got to limb. They got to buck. They got to idle. They got to restart, warm. Okay? That's why, I mean, I do cut cookies sometimes on the channel, friends, but cookies are not, the fastest saw is not the best work saw. So, you guys get what I'm saying? It has to restart, okay? Like this. Okay, friends, so, and I'm not downplaying guys that build hot saws. That's a difficult game to play. Okay, there's all different kind of work saws. One of the reasons, friends, why I don't jack compression is it gets really hot here. People don't realize we get well into the hundreds. It's hot today, friends. I'm already sweating. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, high compression saws here tend to run a little too warm in weather like this, and they can be hard to restart and stuff like that. So I like compression in my saws, but I don't shoot for compression. You'll never hear me say this thing makes 227 PSI. That's not what I shoot for. Okay, friends? So just a little thing, work saws, they got to do this. Okay. I don't care. I want a saw that starts. Okay, friends, I'm going to release this tree carefully. See what's going to Okay, friends, so as this saw gets warmer, it's gonna get a little bit leaner, okay? So I've already tuned it once today. Now what it's doing right now, it's kind of idling funny, okay? So I'll restart it. Okay, friends, so this is the wrap up. This might not be your favorite saw, but it's one of my favorites because I've had it for years. It's super reliable. It's not a gas hog. I can walk into the bush like I am here and run it for quite a while without needing fuel or oil. It oils really well. It starts really well. The anti-vibe is good enough. Not the best anti-vibe on these. And I don't notice it. Remember that finger I smashed last year, friends? Well, I have major nerve damage, right? When I touch a part of the saw that isn't isolated, it kind of hurts on some of these saws. This is one of them, so I got to make sure I keep that pinky wrapped around. But these don't bother me at all. They vibrate a little bit, but they're not bad. But friends, they got to start and idle. I see so much stuff on YouTube, and I think it's great that other guys are porting saws and sharing their knowledge. But the make or break to me, I want to see the saws run, like doing work, because I build work saws. Cutting cookies, to me, I do that just to get a saw going, make sure it's going to run good before I drive a little bit and go work it in the bush. But to me, friends, every saw that I build, this is what I do with it. I want to use it. I want it to start idle. I want to see if it gets too hot and doesn't want to restart. I want to make sure that there's no problems with the saw before I send it to whoever's getting it, okay? That's why low production, friends, it takes me a long time to build a saw. It doesn't take me a long time to get it together. It takes me a long time to put the Tin Man stamp on it saying, yeah, this is one that I would like. If I don't like it, it doesn't leave. It's got to be super reliable. So this one passes the test. I've had this saw for years. It's got a lot of miles on it. It seems to be getting better and better. The anti-vibes are getting a little squishy on this saw. I might have to replace them soon, but other than that, friends, this to me is the mark of a good saw. Lightweight, oils well, starts easy, tunes easy, idles. That's a good ported saw to me. It doesn't matter what brand it is. I don't have brand loyalty. I like certain chassis of certain saws that are made by various manufacturers. As you guys can see, I have a still in the truck today. So there you go, friends. A mark of a good saw, that is subjective to what you're going to do with it. For me, it has to start idle, easy to tune, not too hard on fuel, unless I don't care, unless it's just a fun saw. It has to be reliable. I have to be able to throw it down when I'm carrying brush and then pick it up. I don't want to be yarding on it. I don't want super high compression, because in the bush, that's hard to restart. And high compression saws, when they get really hot, in my experience, and I've built quite a few saws with jacked up compression, they're hard to restart. I find more compression means more heat. So I used to more run those saws in the winter, but then I was blowing recoils out. So that's just me, friends. To each their own. I don't argue porting technique. I don't talk bad about other builders. You know, every builder builds a good saw. If their customers are happy, I'm good with that. This is just what I like and how I do it. This is not a jacked up compression saw. There's no machine work to this. There's no pop-up. It's just a regular 266 build, just with regular porting. So there's nothing orangutan about this, friends. Anyhow, there's the mark of a good saw. I'm having fun. It's nice to be out cutting. I got to split all this and stack it, and it's a good day, friends. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching. Take her easy. Later. Thanks for coming, guys.